How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. Mr. Hex, the beautiful Joker over here, is on 15x rate up along with Twyla tomorrow in Watcher of Realms, so I thought it was time I do a Hex guide. A lot of my guides, I go pretty deep in depth, analyzing every word of every tooltip. With Hex, we're not actually going to do that. All you really need to know, he's ripping cards. When he gets enough cards, he starts putting out a ton of damage. I'll go through it quickly, but it's a very complicated kit, and I don't think it's worth the headache. There's a lot of cool things, and I'll point out the cool things he can do, but at the end of the day, you want him pulling cards and going boom, boom, boom as a magic DPS, marksman, dual faction in Infernal and Piercer. He's just phenomenal. A special thing I want to do in this video, for over 2 months now, believe it or not, I've had my Hex A2, even though I've had an extra copy to make him A3. So what I want to do, I'm going to break him down for you fairly quickly, and then we're going to get into some Guild Boss 1 testing, doing Hex at A2, and then Hex at A3. If you don't know, his A3 is bonkers. During the effect of Mad Truth, which is his ultimate, any basic attack against a target inflicted with burning is going to extend the duration of that ultimate by 30 seconds. His ultimate already lasts for 35 seconds. We will extend it the full 30 seconds because the guild boss will be on fire, will be burning the entire time. So it's going to make an enormous difference. A lot of people ask me, how important is the A3? We are going to find out that in this video. It took me like 2 months to find the perfect moment, but maybe I'm glad I waited because he's on rate up. So no intro, actually no, we have to go to it. Hex cinematic, let's go.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Sorry, I could not do a Hex guide and not put in my intro, which is Hex's cinematic. But there you have it. Let's get right into it. We're going to quickly go through his kit. Then I'm going to show off the build I put him in, which is some of the best gear on my account. You don't have to mimic this perfectly, but it just can show you what a max potential Hex at A3 might be able to do. This is going to be maybe not a top 100% build, but this is like a 98, 99th percentile build on Hex. We're also going to break down his exclusive, which I could make max promotion, but I'm choosing to wait because the feeling of pulling a Suture of Copris and having to sell it because it's already 5 promo would feel very bad. So we're not doing that. Let's get into the kit though, starting with the talent. It feels complicated, but essentially he is going to gain a card of fate with every attack. But it takes him a while to do the attacks. Whenever he gets 4 cards, he can trigger one of 3 effects. So these effects are Temperance, 3 cards, they come with 140% damage, and a big time slow for 5 seconds. I think Hex is slept on for his single target crowd control ability. Then you've got this boomer over here, Death, 500% damage one time and inflicts burning for 5 seconds, very strong. And then finally, Strength, increases his attack by 30% and attack speed by 70. Also very good. I'll tell you, for Guild Boss 1 specifically, Death is the best, but he does come with bonus cards. So if you're lucky enough to get him A5, you can rip all different cards with damage boosts. But even just A1, which obviously my Hex will be, during his ultimate, there's another card that enters the fray, and that card is going to be called the Fool. So it's going to deal 500% damage 3 times, and it inflicts 75% slow and burning for 5 seconds, kind of combining the 3 effects of Temperance, of Strength, and of Death. Moreover, during his ultimate, he replaces the OG cards, Temperance, Death, and Strength, with the Joker, which is very strong, 400% damage 3 times, and inflicts burning for 5 seconds. They don't tell us the chance when he's A1 or higher that he will draw the Fool, but it is somewhat frequent, so he's drawing at least the Joker, if not the Fool, when he's at A1 or higher. It is very strong. So you can see there's a lot of damage. There is damage over time in the form of his burning, and there's a lot of crowd control. I do have Twyla, so we'll go over his partner skill really quickly. The skill he gets is not that exciting. If Twyla's already deployed, his cost is reduced by 4. As a single target marksman, a legendary, he's a very standard 12 cost. We'll go through the rest of these base stats at the end of this breakdown before the guild boss, but essentially brings him down to 8. It helps you for progression, but later on it's kind of a non-factor in most content. The other thing it does is this weird passive over here, Fate the Hermit. It is kind of cool. Whenever he receives damage for the first time, he's going to go invisible. When you have Twyla, he also gets a nice juicy shield. It's not that big though, and this can only be triggered once every 40 seconds. If you can avoid skilling this up, like if you max out the other 3, I think you're totally good to go. Quite frankly, even if you could just max out the ultimate, that typically is enough for Hex until later on. So this passive I'm not crazy about. His basic attack is a basic attack. He is a magic damage dealer. He does 120% damage, that typical 3x4 range. It is the same for his ultimate. And yeah, he does do the extra damage to airborne units. That's just part of his talent. But in general, airborne units don't really want magic damage. They want piercing damage. So he's okay, but he definitely falls off in later content. He's best against bosses and best against units with heavy armor, where you want to be dealing magic damage against them. The final passive we didn't discuss is the Trial. Again, I think this is underrated, especially for PvE non-boss content. Not just the slows that he does over here from Temperance that we discussed. He can now also do stuns. Those can be really clutch in content like Gear Dungeon 2, aka Gear Raid 5, any kind of general progression in Void Rift or campaign. It is really strong. And then he gets a big damage boost. Again, this is only really relevant in PvE content that's non-boss. I guess you could kind of use him in Guild Wars defense, but he's not that special there. But a 60% boost against any target with one of these crowd control effects. So stun, slow, freeze, immobilize state. It's pretty darn good. I'm not in love with this ability at all, but it's definitely more relevant than this. At the end of the day, it comes out down to solid basic attacks and really with Hex, crazy ultimate damage. Crazy ultimate damage. So before we go to the Awakenings, let's talk about why his artifact, his exclusive artifact, Sutra Copris, is definitively, full stop, the best exclusive artifact for any specific hero in all of Watcher Realms. It really comes down to this. They don't tell you how fast Rapidly is, but when he is ulting, when he's doing Mad Truth, he's pulling cards much faster, like much faster. So when that is happening, obviously when he's doing his ultimate, you're not doing Temperance, Death, and Strength, but you're doing at least the Joker, and then if you have him A1, you also can be doing the Fool. That's happening a lot more frequently, and I mean a lot. So the damage boost is super significant. In certain content, it is nearly 2x damage because he's pulling that many more cards when it matters most. So I'll tell you, the A1 feels underwhelming, but if you have his exclusive, it feels pretty major, and it is really cool. So he gets many more bursts of the Joker card and the Fool card when you've got his exclusive. You can, of course, put promotions into it. I've been lucky enough to get it plus 22, so I have 4 promotions out of 5. All that does is increase the single target damage, but this effect can rapidly draw cards during the ultimate. That comes at base promotion. It is already, the key thing is already there. This is so definitively the best exclusive artifact. The boost it makes is so crazy. If you want to see a comparison, I can do that in a different video, but the real comparison is going to come down to Awakenings. I'll tell you very quickly, the A4, solid, plus 5% penetration. So because he's a magic damage dealer, he's ignoring 5% of their magic resistance. And then the A5, every time he returns a card of fate, so he like goes back from pulling it, it's going to increase the damage of his big stuff during the ultimate, the Joker and the Fool. It's nice, it's not needed. The huge jump is the A3. So the A1 gives you the Fool, which is really nice, particularly if you have his exclusive artifact. The A2 is going to give you plus 300 attack, which is nice because single target marksmen, even if they're legendary, don't have very high base attack. But the A3, that 30 extra seconds during the ultimate, when he's doing the big boy damage, when if you have his exclusive, he's rapidly drawing cards, this is everything. So that is what we're going to test in this hopefully very fun video. So there you have it. That's what we're cooking with Mr. Hex. Now, before we talk about this pretty cool gearing, let's just go over the base stats so you can see he's got healthy HP at 11,300, but it's not special. This base attack is with the A2, that is plus 300 additional, so his typical base attack is 3,897. It may not sound like much, but nearly 3,900 base attack is very high for a single target marksman. Single target marksmen tend to have less attack. Attack is king in Watcher of Realms, so we like it. Defense is pretty bad. Magic res is pretty bad. Very standard 12 cost. Very standard 2.0 second interval. And that's basically it. Rage regen auto, as you can see, is 14. Rage regen based off of his basic attacks when he does basics is 10. And rage regen off being attacked is 6. Doesn't matter too much. A final thing before we do gearing, actually a good transition into gearing, you'll see I have plus 250 additional attack speed. When it comes to Hex, he's locked into the speed he's drawing the cards, so attack speed doesn't affect him as much. Especially if you have his exclusive, you can actually get away with as little as plus 60 additional attack speed. That's just how the coding works. I think it's plus 61. So if you have his exclusive and the build lines up, you can run him at 161 plus total attack speed. This 250 is pretty overkill because he's kind of locked into his animations. Let's talk about how I built him, though. It is for Guild Boss 1. Even though he has low base attack, we got the attack pretty high. But the key thing is in Guild Boss 1, the defense is already very low. So what you want to do is focus a lot on crit damage. And we did that very much. So what did we do? We went attack bonus main, but the best piece on my account. Not to brag, but also to brag. You like that piece, don't you? I bet you do. This is the best piece on my account. I'm very proud of it. I got it about a month ago. It's beautiful. So this is the attack bonus, and the other two main stats are gonna be crit damage, but you'll see crit damage with nice flat attack, really good stats. Crit damage with nice flat attack. This piece is really good. It took me a while to get pieces like this. And then he's wearing my best Wicked Vengeance. We have this Calypso, test. He's wearing my best Wicked Vengeance on the left side. We have this Calypso exclusive. Obviously, I don't get the exclusive effect, but it's just a nice piece with really perfect DPS stats. The crit rate is low, but as you see, we have enough crit rate. So this is actually just a truly beautiful piece. And then I don't have the best weapons, but we did get a nice chunk of attack bonus here. I wish I had a better Wicked Vengeance option for him than this Vocal weapon, but we'll make do. Pretty dang good. The total stats are kind of through the roof, over 15,000 attack. Attack interval doesn't matter too much. You can see we got him to 350, we got him down to 1.8. That's fine for this content, but over 400% crit damage. The boy's absolutely going to cook, especially while in Soulbound Arcana with this exclusive. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is our squad. At the very end of the video, I will show you the gearing for our other heroes, but for now, let's just go in and see Hex in action. A final note about my Hex gearing. Yes, crit damage on him is really good, but for other content, like not Guild Boss 1, you'll want more attack if you can get it. So something like Guild Boss 2, you'll want at least 2 attack bonus main stats on the right, if not 3. But specifically in Guild Boss 1, I always like to go attack bonus, crit damage, in some order. Of those 3 pieces, 2 are crit damage main stat, 1 is attack bonus. Let's head into battle. Hopefully I get my deploys correct. I'll tell you very quickly, Invigoration Hero, Invigoration Hero, Invigoration Hero, and then we have Wings of Grace on Dolores, and I'll tell you very quickly as well, she's wearing her exclusive, so that will remove a lot of RNG from our run. Should make pretty consistent between the two. Let me know already in chat if you're watching this live on Twitch, or if you're watching in the future on YouTube, how big a difference you think it's gonna be with Hex at A2 versus A3. I've got an idea. Maybe I'll tell it to you before I reveal the stats after this first run, but it's gonna be pretty major. I do think that. So let's head into battle. Hopefully I nail it. So first things first, Hex, he's the showcase guy. He's gonna get the Wings of Grace plus 12%. The other guys can get the plus 10%. Let's put Hex right here. Then we'll put Dolores here. So you can see she's giving the Wings of Grace plus 12%. Then I want Twyla in the cycle spot. So Twyla is going to go there. Let's get Laurel to give Invigoration to her here. Then up front, we can put Zila 2. And we're gonna use Torador to give her Invig. So I'll show you Twyla has Invig, Zila 2 has Invig. Finally, we've got Sun Wukong with plenty of space to his right to put out his monkey clones, the Sage clones. And then we can put right here, Miss Hollow. And then finally, unfortunately, Twin Fiend is not going to get any love in terms of Invigoration or Wings of Grace. That's basically where we're at. What I like to do for a really nice tune, Twyla you rip from the beginning, but when it comes to your Infernals, if you want to run an Infernal comp like this, let me move myself so you can see clear. I like to wait till Hollow is at about 88 to 90% rage, and that's when I trigger Hex, and that's when I trigger Zila 2. And then for Twin Fiend, I wait right when Hollow's about to ult. Just like that, maybe just before Hollow. That's kind of how the timing I do works. So let's wait. You can see Hollow's at 85%. Wait a little more. All right, trigger, Wukong and stuff. I'm gonna wait for Dolores. There's Twin Fiend. Now we go into Hollow. Throw this on 1x. Twin Fiend's gonna blast at half, so let's go here. Actually, no, Twin Fiend blasts when it's done, but that's fine. Now we can go with Wukong, and as soon as everyone's ulted, we can pick up Laurel. We'll put down Setram. Setrum's just, we needed a cycle unit, and it needed to be a platform. Could have been Setram, could have been Yuri, could have been Nocturne, could have been Anai. Doesn't matter too much. This is all about Hex, baby. All right, we're kind of locked in. Let's grip it and rip it. Remember to let me know your predictions. I think the damage difference, I think, is going to be crazy. So here's our A2. I'll tell you, he's still going to be our top DPS, and it's still going to be a ton of damage. But I think it should be pretty fun. So I'll just take you through it. If you want to fast forward to the results, I don't blame you. There we go. We're cooking. Throws on 2x even. Doesn't matter too much. Let's wait for Dolores. Go with Sun Wukong. Let's ult. Keeping on Laurel for when she's coming back. Let's go Hex and then quickly into Twin Fiend. Boom. You can see the damage is going to be huge. Should have ulted with Setram already, but I didn't realize he was locked out. Not the end of the world. This is not a Setram showcase. Whenever Dolores is like under 70%, I just use Wukong already, because when Wukong's in his exclusive, which he is in now, he just cycles his ult so quickly. Let's throw us on 1X because Dolores is almost ready. Laurel's are almost ready, excuse me. I'm going to hold because I want to get that damage boost from Laurel. Let's pick up here with Setram. Here's Laurel. Let's go down the line. Ult, 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 ult. Now we can, we'll wait for, actually, are we going to wait for Hollow? Yeah, we'll wait for Hollow, then we'll pick up Laurel. And then Hex will nearly be ready as well. A little off for him, but you'll see that's going to be an improvement. When he's A3, he's basically ulting like the whole freaking battle because he's building rage during that other stuff. Let's go with Wukong really quick. Now we'll pick up, get Tortor down over here if we can find a spot. I should have placed Tortor. Oh, no, I did. I placed him for the inspiration, excuse me. Let's put Tortor there. Let's go with Hex. Good. Damn, just kind of through the roof right now. We're before the second shield and we're already at almost 30k. That is a lot of damage. There's Twyla, there's Wukong. Also worth mentioning, I'm pretty sure I only brought 3 Nightmare units, so these Nightmare units are just off full potential, but they're still going to put up big numbers, don't worry. There's Twin Fiend just in the nick of time. You need to trigger Twin Fiend or Pyros or Soul Cadence before Dolores passes like this point. So that's just a nice rule of thumb that I found over the years. It actually has been a while now that I've been doing this. There's 70. I'll wait for Wukong and Dolores to line up. We're getting towards 50k already, guys. Now with Hex, we'll line him up with Laurel. We can pick up Tortor. He's doing frickin' nothing. Doesn't matter. He's in like total Bubkiss gear. So here we go. We're going to ult with all these guys, and then we'll pick up Laurel. Hex is locked out. Now he isn't. So the timings will be different, right? Because Hex is just going to be ulting much more frequently and all that stuff. Should be pretty interesting. Let's get Setram down here. Let's go. Going to pass 50k in just a second. It's going to be a big number. There's Wukong. There we just passed 50k with 1:47 remaining. Let's ult. I don't know why he's still locked out. Very annoying. If you're on a lower level account and you're not putting out this kind of damage, definitely when you're in a situation like that, just wait to line up Setram's ult with the shield. But obviously for this account, it doesn't matter. We are really doing more than enough. Throw it back on 2x here. Yeah, she's at 65. We'll go with Sun Wukong right now. Now we can go with Hex. So Hex and Dolores will line up nicely here. Passing 60k right now. Let's go with Twin Fiend. He's going to line up nicely. Let's go with Sun Wukong. You can see Sun Wukong comes back super fast. By the way, my Sun Wukong's only A0. A lot of my other heroes are a lot higher than that. Let's put this down really fast. Let's pick up Setram. We can just put down Laurel, pick up Laurel. There we go. We'll wait. Actually, my Twyla is A3+, so she's 25 seconds, so we can go before Dolores. Let's wait quickly with Hex to see. I just want to see if he's going to get locked out or if we can line up. No, let's just do it. Use it now. Let's go with Wukong. We're coming up on 80k. Might as well put Tortor down. Get a little defense break. Now we're kind of cruising to the end, so if you're just rejoining, we're doing pretty good. We just passed 80k. I think this probably would be close to a top score for me. But with the A3 Hex, then I'll start tweaking stuff. I can also make my Arrogance A5 and do some fun stuff. I've been waiting on that as well. Life of a content creator. There's a few heroes I have like that I haven't collected or I haven't done their awakenings just because I want to use it for content. At this point, we can throw it on auto. And here we go. Can we get 85k? That'd be pretty fun. So I'll tell you, for my prediction, I think Hex is going to put up like 200 million maybe. Let's call it. Maybe let's call it 190. And I think he's going to get like at least 40 million more with the A3. So let's see. I think it's going to be like 180 to 200 right now. Let's call it 190. And then I think it's going to be like 230 with the A3. Let's see. He's already at 214. My Hex is kind of a little god, even at A2. But you can see my team's really good, very well-rounded, nice stuff. Let's see what he's going to jump. I think maybe he could even get up to 250. So let's test that out. Let's do it. No need to break the video. Let's just continue. 86.4, I think that would have been my PR. I haven't pushed my PR in many months, though. I'm convinced if I tinkered, I could probably get really close to 100 if I made all the right choices and did all my awakenings, but I don't feel motivated to do that. If you guys want to see that soon, let me know. Here's the moment of truth. Let's take Hex. I leveled him just for training points before. We're going to unlock this A3. I leveled him to 20 just for those quarter of glory points. Let's place him here. I officially have my A3 Hex after over 2 months of waiting, which is, again, crazy that I waited that long. We get a 5-star psychic power that can go on my pile of like 200 something psychic powers. There is A3 Hex. Let's hop in and let's run it back. I can actually do this as my official run, so it will be my new PR. Let's see. Let's see if we get 250 plus. So let's try to do everything in the same order. We'll do Hex, then Dolores, then Twyla, then Laurel, then Sealatu, then Torador, pick up Torador, then Wukong. I think I nailed it. Then Hollow, and now we're going to do Twin Fiend. All right, kind of off to the races. I'll tell you there'll be one difference here. So I waited before when Hollow was at like 88, 90% to trigger Hex. Now that he's going to be ulting forever, the second he's ready to ult, every time I'm triggering him. All right, that's the one change. Everything else remained the same. Let's go. I'm excited. I've been waiting far too long for this. We're still going to wait for, Twyla goes right away too. We're still going to wait for Zeal 2 till Hollow's at like 90 something. Let's go with Twin Fiend. Let's go with Hollow. Wait for Dolores, then Wukong. Let's pick up Laurel and let's get Setram down. You can see you watch Hex's ult here. It keeps pushing back up like there's more time. He keeps adding a second. That's what that effect is. So watch Hex's ult there. Maybe actually already maxed it out. Watch it again when I ult with him next time. You'll see. Yeah, he already maxed out the full 30 seconds. But you can see there you go. There, it's clicking there. See, he just goes forever. He really does. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Craziness. Poor lineup there with Twin Fiend and Dolores, unfortunately. That's my bad. I was too busy distracted by Hex. But we're off to a crazy start. We're already at 22.5. Looking really good. Second Hex is ready. We're going. Yeah, we'll go here. Let's get ready to pick up Setram. Let's put Laurel down. We're going to wait for these guys' ults. As soon as we ult with Twyla and Hollow, we're picking up Laurel. Oh, and Wukong. He's ready. Wukong gets his ult up so fast. Dude, even A0 Wukong is such a freak, man. So watch Hex's ult. You'll just keep seeing it go back and back and back. Let's go there, go there. Big Twin Fiend burst. We already passed 30K now. Here comes Wukong. Many monkeys. A0 Wukong for the win, baby. Anybody else, let me know in the comments or in chat if you're team A0 Wukong like me. There aren't many of us. There really aren't many of us. See, when Wukong and when he gets the ult and we're this close with Dolores, we always wait. You should always wait. Let's pick up Torador, who needs him. Throw it on 1x to make this perfect. We're going to hold off on... Oh, no, I can't because of the Dolores lineup. Otherwise, I would have held to get that Laurel boost. Let's wait. Let's get Laurel. You just need to quickly go with Hollow, and then we're going to pick her up. Actually, we probably should wait for Twyla. Should I? Yes, I should. She'll get it pretty fast. Twyla gets her ult back fast. As soon as we can, though, we're going to go. Wow, Twyla. We can pick up here because now Wukong will line up. Nice. Ult, ult. We just passed 50K. So this time we passed 50K with about a minute 58. Last time it was a minute 47. So you can see the changes have come. Pretty nice stuff. I actually think I will hold Setram here because, like, honestly, why not? He's only going to get the one ult off. So we'll wait on Setram for a second. Look at Hex. The ult keeps pushing back up. Hex has basically been ulting this whole battle, you realize. Wukong will go already. Let me get a clock check. Okay, cool. Let's ult. Let's ult. Let's ult. Boom. As soon as Twin Fiend's done, we can hammer Sealatu. Nice. That was really good. We just passed 60K. We're coming up on 70K now. Here comes Hex. Here comes Wukong. As soon as Setram's done ulting, we will pick him up because here comes Laurel. So Setram's done. Pick him up. There's Laurel. So here she can just go down and up. You know, Dolores is only at 63. Go there. Can we get a Torador down? We can. It's looking pretty big. So remember, Hex did, I think, 214. Is that right? Anybody watching live chat? Was it 214 that Hex did last time? And I think we did 84 million or 84,000 or 86,000, something like that. 214 was Hex. Everyone's saying yes, it is 214. All right. Look, these aren't going to line up, so we're kind of done now. We can just throw it on auto. Actually, I won't, just in case there's a Twin Fiend lockout. Or like this, that would have been bad. So actually glad I didn't throw it on auto. Let's ult. Yeah, I don't want a Twin Fiend lockout, so we're gonna quickly wait. Let's 1x this. Now we can go right into Zeal 2. There we go, perfect. Let's go into Twyla. Coming up on 90K. Can we get 90K? Seven seconds. Here's the home stretch if you're just rejoining. Hex has been absolutely popping off. Can we get 93K? I think we can. Crazy performance. So if you don't know, every 1,000 is 10 million damage. So that means we did about 70 million more damage. So I think Hex got at least 250. I'm going to guess Hex did about 270 million. So let's see. 241. Interesting. So we went up about 30 million, or actually, to be precise, 27 million. That actually does surprise me. It's less than I thought. So that's an interesting takeaway. The whole team kind of went nuts, though. So also an interesting development. Everyone else jumped like another 10 million, at least Twyla and Seal 2. Very interesting. That's my new high score. I think clearly I can get 100K once I get the right guys in. I did want to just showcase particularly this team, but there you go. Pretty dang sweet. Hex is a monster. You know, let's be honest though, with or without it, if you got Hex well built with his exclusive, Awakenings aside, he's that good. I mean, Twyla, Sung Wukong, Zeal 2, these are the stars of Guild Boss 1. And Hex is wiping the floor with them. Obviously, if Sung Wukong was A3 or A5, he probably would be right there next to Hex. But still, I mean, A3 Hex, what a god. A0 Hex, what a god. So there we go. Incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you appreciated this kind of guide. Thank you in advance to R-Type, who volunteered to edit this. Love R-Type. Go subscribe to his channel. We love R-Type. Amazing, amazing type. One of the best lettered types out there. We've got Hex. Thank you for watching. If you decide to pull and you get him, let me know after you pull him and get him in the comments. If you try to pull and you don't get him, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. Share with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.